Hello, my name is Lola. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm really excited because we're going to be doing your reading for the month of July, but then also looking into what the second half of 2022 has in store for you. So I'll be starting with some oracle cards and oracle messages, and then we'll pull a tarot for each month left in the Western calendar year. I'll also finish up with a couple of love messages, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and get started. Hello, Gemini. I hope you're doing well. We're going to start with an angel message for you. What angel message do we have for Gemini for the second half of 2022? Now, Gemini, if you're looking for a love-specific message, I do have those up on my channel. There's a link in the description box below. This is a general reading, so be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more complete picture of what the second half of 2022 and the next 6 months have in store. Okay, let's see what your angel message is, Gemini. We have Odin, psychic insight. Ooh. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So this second half of 2022, these next 6 months, Gemini, you could really be seeing through the lines of many things. So what I'm seeing is that you are no longer kind of looking through the fence. You're now able to see what's on the other side of the fence. So many different areas of your life that this can relate to, but definitely a time to trust your intuition. Definitely a time for you to kind of see between, like I said, see between the lines, what's in the middle, and really touching into your psychic abilities. Everyone has them, and really trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. And like it says, this third eye, knowing what's there, you can kind of sense and feel it. If you sense and feel something off, it probably is. If you sense and feel something good, it probably is. Like, I would just trust those intuitions and those strong feelings that the universe, the spirit, is guiding you at this time. So let's see what else comes out for you. But definitely I'm learning to trust your psychic abilities, your own natural intuition as you go into the second half of 2022. So what is the spirit animal? Let's see what your spirit animal is, Gemini, for the second half of 2022. So what is Gemini's spirit animal for the next 6 months? All right, Gemini, you have the swan spirit, time for a deep dive. This could also relate to you digging into your intuition and your own psychic abilities. And Gemini, really thinking about how are ways that you can connect deeper to yourself, to the universe, and you will start to then see those things play out in the outer realm of your life. So when this looks into a time for a deep dive, we'll see how the other messages come out to see where the universe is really recommending that you take that deep dive in, whether it's in your family or love or career or relationships or feelings, or maybe even just with your own self-care. So we'll see how those things play out. But the fact that you've gotten this, following your intuition, and that's a very strong way to dive deep into connecting with the universe. And then also this for you to take this swan spirit and time for a deep dive. We'll see how those messages come out, but I definitely see you taking a deep look introspectively into your own emotional connection with the universe at this time. So Gemini, let's see, what are your tarot messages? What are the tarot messages for Gemini for the next 6 months? What do we have for Gemini for the next 6 months? Let's see what we have for you, Gemini. All right, we have strength, Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, lots of emotional energy so far, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, wow, oh my gosh, and the Two of Cups. Okay, Gemini, you have a ton of cup energy here. Now, cups are emotional energy. They really are the suit of emotions and feelings. So the fact that you have a big time cup energy sitting here for many months of this second half of 2022, that is the deep dive I would say that the universe is telling you need to focus on, is really into your feelings and your emotions. And where are your emotions in everything that you do? Where are your emotions in the way that you're approaching your work, your friendships, your love relationships. And the fact that you got the Two of Cups here, I see love wrapping up quite well for you in the end of 2022. So just looking into the month of July, you are in a strong, powerful place. The Strength card is incredibly, I mean, it's strong, right? It's courage, it's power, it's you feeling confident. You know, this young person has their hand in the mouth of a lion and is not afraid. In fact, it's embracing the situation. So for you in July, it's you're feeling strong and in your power. You should follow your intuition again. Just every single month, you should let that really resonate and ride through in everything that you do and come through. The month of July, you should feel strong. You should know that the universe has your back. It reiterates how your mind and again the emotions, these areas that you're going to do this deep dive into, that you can be in this strong, confident place because of that. So July looks like an incredible month. It looks like a great month for you to be standing in your power, feeling confident in the way that you are looking at life, the life that you have created, the person that you have become. So what's great about that, and then leading into the Page of Cups, is you now, because you're so strong and you're really following your intuition and you're feeling that strength and confidence, Gemini, as you get into the Page of Cups, this is that inspirational spark that you've been looking for. This is you feeling strong, but now it's you're imagining what is possible, and everything that you imagine is possible. So this Page of Cups is very similar. The artwork is very almost the same on every tarot, where there's a fish in a cup. And you're like, why is there a fish in a cup? This person is imagining that fish. It's very difficult for a fish to be talking to you out of a cup. But what this says is that everything's possible. This person's like, of course there can be a talking fish out of a cup. Like, of course a fish can pop out of any cup and look at me. That's the confidence and strength that you're going into in August, and seeing that this person, you yourself, everything that you can imagine can be possible. So this deep dive into these emotions of this, why you're feeling certain ways, looking into how you imagine your life to be, what you want your life to be in every aspect, because there are so many here. I'm seeing a lot more strong ties towards relationships than career, but I would just say relationships affect careers. So that's definitely something there. I think that your career right now is just something that is out there for you, paying the bills, kind of making those things happen. There could be this opportunity in November. I'll get into that, for something taking you in a new direction. But as far as this is leading into like July, August, September, you are really imagining how the emotional, physical feelings of your life can then be this amazing place, and you're imagining like how great it could be. Now listen, it is going to be as great as you could be, because as great as you can imagine is because when you get into the Queen of Cups, this is everything you've wanted to. This is emotional fulfillment. This is feeling, having the feelings of intuitiveness and sensitivity. This is in September. You're really doing this. You're taking a deep dive into where are your feelings coming from? How do they affect the rest of your life? How deep of a connection do you want to have with someone in your life? This is you having that amazing emotional fulfillment in the month of August and getting to see what you imagined come true. So those people that I see your friendships also growing at this time. So not just the loving relationships or your partnership. If you're looking for love, this could be a strong sense as well. I would definitely look at your love readings and start to pay attention to those as this time plays out, because the Queen of Cups is doing, I don't even know how to say it. It's incredibly intuitive energy. The Queen of Cups is very strong in their intuitive natures. The universe brought those things out for you, of really taking time to follow your own psychic abilities and understanding when it is time for you to take that deep dive into really knowing where your emotions are coming from and what are your triggers and what are the things to help solve them. So in that kind of self-care mantra of saying, okay, I'm noticing some things emotionally that are here for me. I'm not sure why they trigger or what I need to do, but you're doing that deep dive work. You're doing that internal work to say, my intuition's telling me I need to go read this book or do this exercise or do this task to help me to tune in and be more grounded and get more connected. That's where you're going to really start seeing these things play out in August. Now, getting into the Six of Swords, which seems like an odd thing. It's definitely the outlier of what's here because you have so much cup energy. And then, of course, with the Major Arcana with the Strength card, this Six of Swords, I see this as you, especially with the Eight of Cups, is this could be a time then where I was mentioning there's this opportunity in November and October could signal that light for you to then think about moving on and accepting a new offer or leaving and accepting help even of these emotional areas that you might need to reach out to a friend, reach out to a counselor, reach out to a trusted advisor. So, and I see that again in your emotions. So the Six of Swords it's where you're lifting your anchor and floating off. That's where I kind of help to describe this energy. I don't see this card come up a lot for people. At least this year, I haven't seen it that much. So I would take this kind of seriously as that with this Eight of Cups coming next to it, and the Eight of Cups is also kind of leaving things behind and going on to a new way of looking at things. It's moving on to something better. What can be something better is that this could be in a relationship, this could be in work. So it's going to be different for everyone, but I could definitely keep an eye on October, November, and seeing if there are opportunities for you to have conversations, dig deeper into opportunities that may be there. What I want to make sure that I advise you and just share the message that's coming to me with the Eight of Cups is, I love the Eight of Cups in that it does allow this opportunity for us to search for something better, but I'm not always. Sometimes when just this message that comes with me is that you need to make sure that you have closed all the doors of what you're leaving behind. So if you're going to pull up the anchor here in November, go and you make that October. Let's say in October you make this decision. I'm going to pull up the anchor and move on to someone better, something better. I'm trusting my intuition. I can feel there's something new. With the Two of Cups, that's why I'm feeling it's a person, or it could be a relationship or family, friend, something in that way that you're like, hey, I'm going to pull myself up out of this friendship because it's no longer serving me. And I'm going to go on to new friends. And again, could be anything, could be a job, could be an actual love relationship, that you really make sure that you don't burn bridges on your way out. That's what I want to say. That as you go and decide to take this new path, or you leave friends behind, leave a person behind, that you don't burn bridges, because then you get into December, and this is an incredible month of emotions and relationships. The Two of Cups is one of the few love relationship cards in the deck. Especially if this were a love reading, I would say somebody's getting into a very committed relationship, potentially getting married, having a very strong mutual attraction. This is incredibly strong compatibility. This is partnerships. So in this, if reading this from, let's say, a career standpoint and kind of playing this out in, very, very strong July, August, September, like super, super strong, very connected emotionally, feelings, very strongly knowing, doing the deep dive, understanding where your emotions are coming from, going through that exercise, and then getting into October, November, December. If this were a career, you could see yourself lifting the anchor. I'm now seeing that there's other opportunities out there that I want to go for. I want to see what's there. And this path opens up for you, but you just want to make sure that you are not burning any bridges, because this new incredible business partnership is waiting for you. This new incredible business new manager or new teammate, the way the things that you are working with this particular person, your intuitiveness is really coming through strongly. And so that's where I could see this showing itself for you even early on, to be, as you trust your intuition, you dig deep into your own psychic abilities. You could get a vision in October about a potential business opportunity, a partnership opportunity with someone. And that's when then you get into November playing that out, doing the work to make sure that you're ending and closing accounts and whatever that needs to be on this side, because then you get into December with this incredible partnership as it starts to come to life, and then lead into 2023, which is very exciting. From a love and relationship perspective, because there's so much of that energy here, this could definitely be for those of you that have been on the fence of in a troubled relationship, or you've known that there's been some problems and you haven't really paid attention and dug deep into what the real issues are, that as you start to trust your intuition, you could see that it is time for you to move on and find your true love. So definitely very interesting. Lots of different types of energy. Again, strong emotional energy, Gemini. An incredible time for you to look in to see what is there, how you can dig into your feelings and your emotions, the emotional side of your life even more, and see how this plays out for you, whether it be in that love message or the career message. So let's close this out with some love messages. This is the most love relational, I would say, partnership reading I've seen for so far, actually, for the signs here today. So we have the Whispers of Love deck, and we're just going to pull a couple of love messages to close out our reading today. So what are the love messages for Gemini for the second half of 2022? Let's see what we have for you. We have get to know each other and appreciate this moment. So wonderful. So for love, the universe is telling you to take some time to get to know each other, learn to meet each other's needs for love. So definitely would say you need to find out their love language, understand to get to know them better. Play some of those card games or question games that you can find on the internet. And I think they're literally called like relationship card games or something. And they ask the questions for you to help you get to know each other. It's very foundational to all relationships. So make sure that you're doing that, because then you can learn to love each other more and in the right positive ways forward. And then appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. And that is very true. And there's tons of opportunity for you to really dig deep and get into your emotions and find love in every situation. So Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to see you again, and have a great second half of the year.